New York City.
Some other news here. New
Oh
York
man.
City. Um, they saying the Jazz want more from the Knicks, man. I seen Mark Berman has said that they had denied OB, Evan Fournier, 5 first round picks, 2 were unprotected. Um, for Donovan Mitchell. So I mean, golly, man, why hasn't the trade happened already, man? Like,
Well, clearly the Jazz want the house for Donovan Mitchell. They're not going to be willing to give up Donovan Mitchell if they're not getting back a lump sum. Like it's a lot. Obi, Fournier, and 2 unprotected. I feel like that's enough for Donovan Mitchell. In my
enough.
opinion. Not even like just being biased for the Knicks. I'm just saying like that's a lot. What has Donovan Mitchell really done for him to be that valuable to demand that much?
It's crazy.
This is all Rudy Gobert's fault.
Some Rudy Gobert, boy. It gotta be. It's all Rudy Gobert.
It's Rudy
Like
Gobert's fault.
5 picks. I mean, I also heard, Tone. I also heard that the trade hasn't happened yet because Utah can't trade the players they got from the T Wolves until
Correct.
August 30th.
Correct. Correct. I think that's really what's holding a lot of this up. I think they're just waiting because those players are going to get shipped off again.
Pat
Those,
Bev.
yeah, they all in LA just chilling right now. They probably gonna get shipped to one of those teams. All subliminal messages. Pat Bev been playing with PG out with Rico over the weekend, so
Who's
I,
there
I
too?
wouldn't be.
Malik Beasley is there too?
I think Beasley was out there too. I wouldn't be mad seeing Pat go back to the Clippers. Honestly, I really wouldn't be upset to see that.
How?
But
I mean, how? You got John Wall there. You got John Wall and Reggie Jackson. He's not going back to the Clippers.
I don't know. I don't
Probably
know.
gonna go. I can see him going to the LA.
To LA. I can see him going to the Lakers.
Lakers, yeah,
Lakers.
Lakers,
Yeah.
Lakers
They
would be
like,
nice
yo,
too.
Clippers is in LA too. You know what I mean?
And Pat Bev wants to play with LeBron.
I think
He
so.
wants
Sure.
to. He wants to play with LeBron.
I think so.
For me, like the Jazz, they've won the offseason to me. They that Rudy Gobert trade set them up for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think they could get the same thing for Donovan Mitchell. It don't gotta be the Knicks. And here's the problem. They know that the Knicks want Donovan Mitchell at all costs. So now it's just the media controlling what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Soon you're gonna see another like a mystery team get in the mix that's really not in the mix, and it's gonna force the
Right.
Knicks to
To
give
make
up
that move.
everything. Right? They're gonna give up
See,
everything.
and that's what we did. That's what you don't want.
That's
Like
what you
as a
Right.
don't
Knicks
want to
fan, that's what
happen,
you
but that's
don't
what's
want.
gonna happen.
Right.
That's
You
what's
can't
gonna
give up your
happen.
entire core and your youth for Donovan Mitchell. You cannot do that.
Cannot.
You
And
know?
Leon, please, if you're listening, I hope you listen. Don't do it, bro. Don't.
Don't worry, we gonna cut this clip just for him.
Please, Leon. Leon. Bro, we on a first name basis, Leon. Leon.
This is HB
Please.
coming at you.
HB, bro. Don't do it. Do not trade the farm, please. Don't. We need to eat.
It's not worth it.
Not worth it. He's not an all NBA player.
You know what's interesting too? I don't think there's a lot of teams probably calling the Jazz about Donovan Mitchell. Just because of that. I don't think what does he do for your franchise? Does he
The
really put you
scorer.
guys over the hump?
Right.
It
That's
depends
it.
what team you are, though, right? Like if
Tell me the team.
if I'm my if I'm my
Miami. Yes.
yeah, if I'm Miami, I go get him.
But what do you give up
Miami.
for him? That's what I'm saying. I was like, it doesn't.
Like, what do they have to give up? If I'm Miami, I will go holla at them. If I'm the Grizzlies, I go holla at them.
What do you give up?
I give up Dylan Brooks and Bane.
Oh my gosh, I don't think
That's
I'm
bad
doing
trade.
that.
Bad trade.
I don't think
I'm
I'm
not
doing
doing
that.
that. Not doing
That's a
Bane
bad
is a
trade.
problem, and
Are they
Brooks is
better
a
than Donovan
defensive.
Mitchell though?
Yo, bro, it's more than it's chemistry. I'm not messing up that Grizzlies chemistry that they got
Nah,
right now to bring in Donovan Mitchell, like who's gonna bring me only a one dimension of the game, and that's scoring. That's all he's gonna bring.
It's so crazy too because coming out of college, he was known as a defensive player. That's what's crazy.
Right. And I said it. It's
Coaching,
probably
probably
like
probably
Henny's
coaching.
like you're right. That's what I remember Henny had said it. I believe it was either last episode or the episode before. It's probably coaching. They're probably just forcing everybody to go straight to Rudy Gobert. You know, there's no way a Donovan Mitchell size, with his size, athleticism,
Yeah.
and strength, that he cannot be an elite level defender. There's no way. There's just
Should be
no
able to stay.
way.
He should be able to stay in front of people.
Donovan Mitchell was a football player.
Look like it.
He was a football player.
yeah.
He was a football player.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. He looked like it.
Yeah, like so it's I don't know, man. There's no way he can't be an elite level defender.
I'll tell you one thing for sure. I'm not giving up RJ. I'm not doing it. Just for simple fact of this is gonna sound stupid, but just because of the fans. Like he was drafted here. He was our highest pick. I mean, if you get Donovan Mitchell, we're not gonna get a higher pick than the third pick. He's our highest pick. I mean, and I think he's homegrown, Obi, homegrown, quickly, homegrown, Grimes, homegrown. I feel like those players should be off untouchable in a trade like this. I would trade picks. I would get rid of Rose if need be. He got the 13 mil. Fournier, I would get rid of. But not the players that I've been drafting. Not the players that I've been drafting with like Leon and Tibbs working together to draft. Right? Like you got your players. You got your kind of players, Tibbs. You're gonna trade them. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth it.
Not worth it. I feel like the Knicks are building something special, and then just to give away all your assets just like that.
I mean, people are saying like if OB quickly Grimes, none of these players are going to be all stars, then why not give them up for a bona fide all star? And my thing is like camaraderie, chemistry, right? Like those players are together all the time. Like that in itself is gonna breed W's, right? Like they're gonna want to ball for each other, right? Like they have a bond. I think you should keep that. You should keep that. It's important. Like anytime you watch these NBA players talking about, organizations, they always talking about the chemistry. Always talk about the chemistry. They always talking about off the court playing cards and boo-ray, whatever the case may be. They be playing and gambling, whatever the case may be, and they talk about those things. That's important. And I feel like you drafted these players. I would try to just go to state it. So you can't. I would just see what happens.
Develop, man.
Develop.
Get them. Develop.
Just develop. I mean,
develop,
RJ,
that chemistry would just build over the years. Like you learn each other's habits. You learn where all your players are most effective. Your teammates know where you're most effective. They know how to put you in the best positions together. That's the thing about building. That's why Golden State is the way they are. Like they built that.
Exactly.
So let me ask you guys a question because I haven't heard this anywhere. Why do you think Utah is tanking?
Danny Ainge just got there, right? He got there last year or something like that, and he just got the coach.
What would you say what would you say if they're actually acquiring assets to build a team around Donovan Mitchell? They have all the assets.
Got a lot of like if they send those picks to go get like a KD or something.
Oh my god!
Hypothetically,
they use those
picks to go get a number one player, and now you low key have a championship team because you got role players, you got solid role players, and
Superstars.
you have a 1 and a 2.
You could get more than just KD for that draft haul that they got from Minnesota, and you probably don't have to give up all of that. You still got Jordan Clarkson you can get rid of. You got Mike Klein. There's players that
That's
obviously
not
don't
a bad
want to be
idea.
there. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, well, maybe they don't have to trade Donovan Mitchell. Would you there's a lot of teams I think that if I called them and I'm like, hey, you got to disrun. Oh, if you're the Washington Wizards midway through the year and you're not winning anything, and I call you and I'm like, yo, I got these draft picks. Send me Bradley Beal. They're building a young team down there.
I think
The
they
draft
need
looks
more of like
promising this year.
I
And
think
Bradley Beal just signed a long-term contract. So the reason that we're helping Utah is because Utah has a history of not being able to sign players.
That's true. That's true. I'm not mad at that.
Do I think Danny Ainge will do that? No, I don't. But
I'm not mad at that. I mean, because look, you have a lot of role players. That's actually really good. Jordan Clarkson is a 6-man a year, right? Yeah, he's an asset.
He's a bona fide bucket.
Malik Beasley as well can get you a bucket.
3 and D.
And he's young. 3 and
Vanderbilt. The young piece.
They got a lot of young pieces, and the only person they got rid of was Gobert, who everyone was saying was the problem.
That's true.
So,
what if they're actually trying to just not with the young coach?
I mean, they did the same thing with. They do. They got a really young coach, but as I'm thinking about it, I mean, we discussed the Buddy Hield and Miles Turner trade. I mean, what does it take for me to call? Like, any trade that you're gonna do with LA, like, why can't Utah make that same phone call? Like, hey, I see that your guy wants to Portland. If Dame midseason is like, yo, get me out of here, who got the best deal to go get Dame?
Right.
Utah?
Dame ain't going to Utah.
I mean,
he's not leaving Portland or Utah.
But here's the thing: if I'm Utah, I'm giving Portland everything because Dame just signed a contract. So I got Dame for like 5 years. You give me Dame and Mitch, and I give you all of my draft picks, and I just exchange Gobert for Dame.
I would hope Portland will respect him enough to not send him there though. I would hope
Siberia.
So. Business.
I would really hope they respect him on that because if Dame leaves Portland, Dame has to be put on a championship contending team no matter what. He's going wherever it is to win now if he leaves there. Dame is not going to go anywhere. He's walking in the locker room and he sees a bunch of G Leaguers.
I don't think Utah.
He's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's not going to accept that. He's going to want out of there.
What if you get a call from D Wade?
What?
D Wade's a part of ownership there.
Say what?
I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know what that.
What is he saying?
I don't know what that talk would be like. I don't know what that talk would be like. But if it's like, yo, come out to Utah, you and Donovan. I don't know. Like I'm saying here, and I'm like, yo, Utah had the best offseason to me. They had the best offseason to me. They acquired a bunch of assets, and they still have arguably their best player. Right?
But who would you pair Donovan Mitchell with?
I can pair him with anybody. I have everything. I
would go get like Siakam. I would go get like Siakam.
If you're Toronto, do you tell me no if I'm trading you draft picks for Siakam? I don't think that's a great pickup, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I would go get Siakam.
Siakam's an NBA champion, boy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great. I'm
be a
thinking
solid
about all
pickup.
the teams that I could see having a bad first half of the season, and then the team starts panicking. So I could see the Wizards being one of those teams. I could see Toronto having a bad first half, and they start panicking.
Nah, they got Scotty Barnes. They'll be all right.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking the same thing, and then I thought about it. I'm like, they really have a superstar in the making over there.
But
Like,
Scotty Barnes,
Scotty's
I
Pascal
would trade.
Siakam,
I
and
would trade
OG.
Siakam. I would trade Siakam, right? Because I have Scotty Barnes. I would keep OG. Bucket.
Will you keep
Griffin?
OG? Can I get
I don't
OG
know.
and Siakam if I give you my draft picks?
OG and Siakam? No.
I think I would keep Siakam and send OG.
I mean, because
I would too.
OG need OG want a contract, but you want to. But if you the Jazz, you kind of want
Someone already in a long-term contract.
Yeah, you. What if they go get like Jason? I was gonna say Jaylen Brown. That wouldn't make sense. What would they trade for Jaylen Brown? They wouldn't. They need a one really. Who's a one? How many ones we have in the league? They need
You think
a
they need a
one.
point? They need a point
Conley
guard?
No,
right
I'm saying
now.
a number one player. They need
They
a
need a number one player.
Yeah.
Player. Point guards, that list is short.
Super short. Like, who would you
Right.
pair Donovan Mitchell up with? Like, so let's just say you got Pat Bev, Donovan Mitchell starting. Like, I don't know the rest of their team. They lineup.
I would go get KD and call it a night.
Yeah, go get KD. But the Nets want Donovan Mitchell.
All they want.
The Nets want Donovan Mitchell.
But yeah, I would hang up with them, man. He's probably not the person.
The Nets want Donovan Mitchell. I mean,
I honestly, bro, like really, I feel like Bradley Beal or Damian Lillard's gonna be available halfway through the season.
Yeah,
they got their contract. They like, bro, I want to win at this point, and I think Dame deserves it. Dame deserves the most.
I thought Brad was crazy for signing back with Washington because I just don't see the direction they're going in. But I believe he's gonna want out sooner than later. Like,
go
he's
get him.
gonna want out soon.
I'll take my chances with Brad and Donovan.
I'll trade Portland 7 picks for Damian Lillard.
If I'm
Brad, I want to go to the Lakers. If I'm Bradley Beal.
Yeah, but it's no way.
Yeah, you don't got a choice like that.
Possible.
You don't got a choice like that, baby. you go into wherever I get the best offer, and the Jazz have the best offer.
Ow. That's not happening. That's not happening.
That's why I feel like he was crazy for signing. But you also got to think these players need to put themselves in the best position to take care of themselves and their families.
Well, that's what was the most important thing.
Right. So, they got to get that back. He wasn't getting that bag anywhere else.
No.
I like that. I don't think that. I think the Jazz are going to do something. I don't think they're going to trade Donovan.
That's the hot take.
That's the hot take.
The hot take is that Tony don't think they're going to trade Donovan. That's a hot take. All right.